everyone. Welcome to the channel. This is the Simply Simly channel and my name is Dee and we play simulation games here, mostly The Sims 4, but today we're going to be playing Paralives. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about rotational gameplay, and I wanted us to kind of go through and play some rotational gameplay with some of the households in Paralives. I kind of think that Paralives was meant for rotational gameplay in my opinion. I can tell that the creators spent a really long time creating these families, their environments, their relationships for us to kind of grow and explore together and to do it like lovingly and willingly and enjoyably with ease. And I kind of wanted to take some time to talk about that today while also showing you my current households. So right now we're watching Bianca at the town showing, I guess. So we're going to play a little bit again with the same group that we were playing with before. So Rebecca, Monica, and Bianca. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Bianca leave the town square. I think she's the only one left kind of hanging out here. So I think that it's best if she kind of heads home. Although I will say there has been a little bit of tension since we last left off. So Rebecca and Monica did break it to Bianca that they have been kind of seeing each other. And at first it went, she's merged. At first it went well, but then it kind of got a little bit rocky. A lot of the conversation cards for Bianca started really being pointed a lot at Rebecca specifically. And I don't know, I think it's from a place of wanting things to stay the same. I don't think Bianca means it aggressively. I don't believe that to be part of her character, but I think that when she found out that Rebecca and Monica were together, it just she wants things to stay the same. These are friends. She's known them forever. And so this can be kind of uncomfortable and we're not always going to have great reactions to that sometimes. And so I feel for her a lot. She's been spending a lot of time at Leon's place. It's Saturday. I don't think that she has work, but I feel like she would finish her painting or continue that because that's kind of aligned with the goal of wanting to get a higher rank in the art field. She wants to complete some of her paintings. And you'll see that Rebecca's want is to propose to Monica. So what I was going to have Rebecca do was purchase a diamond ring. So I think that she would get home and honestly immediately kind of ignore Bianca right now because they have been fighting a lot. And so I think that she's just going to go home and learn about music or something like that, or at least go into her room. I don't picture her trying to have a conversation with Bianca. I think they fought earlier today too, which is really, again, it's unfortunate. I like to think that they'll find their way back to each other though. I really do. We are going to order a diamond ring. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we just ordered diamond rings. Okay, I'm so excited. Rotational gameplay actually brought me back to playing The Sims 4 a few years ago. And I remember at the time feeling really separate from simulation games, even though I grew up playing The Sims 2, and The Sims 1. Those were my childhood favorite kind of games. And I played The Sims 3, and then during The Sims 4, I started to get a little bit bored, I guess, so to speak. And I started doing rotational gameplay, and it kind of changed the way that I see the game. It made it more community focused, community based, and that kind of changed everything for me. I had to pause it because I needed to do one of these interactions, and then I also had to just admire Bianca's artwork. That's so beautiful. I'm definitely going to hang this up. I feel like she's going to put it, I have an idea, everybody. I feel like Bianca would put this in her room. Kind of maybe down here a little bit, kind of behind the bed, because she wants to give it to Rebecca when they're in a better space. That's what I picture is she knows right now that they're fighting and that she needs to kind of move forward with something. But I think that she recognizes that they'll come back together and come back to each other. And so she would kind of hide this a little bit and be when we are in a good space, I'll give this to Rebecca. I know that she would really love it. That's what I think Bianca would do. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to have her go and kind of get ready for bed. The first thing I wanted to start with when I talk about this is how I've been doing this more casually, oftentimes I'll wait till there's a certain character development or there's like a certain moment where I'm like, oh, I want to know more about what this character is thinking, what their life experience is like kind of learn more about who they are, which will happen here because Bianca's been spending a lot more time at Leon's place. And I think the main reason she's been doing that is to kind of just give space to the situation with like Rebecca and Monica and kind of the tension in the household. And so I feel like she's been spending a lot of time at Leon's place. And so part of me was like, okay, well, I think it's really important for like complex character development to build out Leon's story a little bit. Like, who is he? What does he do? How does he navigate the world? What comes easy to him? What's difficult for him? And so we'll play a little bit with these guys right now, and then I'll switch over to Leon. So sometimes it's really like quite casual in how I approach it. And then other times I'll wait till I get bored. I think boredom's good, especially in a simulation game. I think like that's okay. It's okay to get bored. And then you have to think, well, how would I change it? What would I do differently? Who could I play instead? It allows you to get more out of your gameplay. And so that's what I'm hoping we can do while also like hanging out with this fam. So I'm going to speed things up just till Bianca wakes up because she should wake up first here. Yeah, so some of the character like together cards we were getting for Bianca and Rebecca when they were fighting was like, it would be like, oh, like, well, you're just like a loner or something like that to that effect, because that is who Rebecca is. Rebecca's not a loner. Like, she just likes to be alone and like spend her time alone. And so Bianca was kind of not being the nicest with that kind of statement. I think this all comes from a place of like wanting to like keep the status quo and keep things the same because it's comfortable. It's normal. There's a normalcy there. They've had this friendship for so long. That totally makes sense. And I think everyone can kind of relate to that. We all want to feel normal and feel like in our safe space. And so for the longest time, Monica and Rebecca have been the safe space for Bianca. And so that's really scary to see that kind of suddenly change. So a lot of the character cards between the two were definitely really intense. There was none of those character cards for Monica. In fact, Monica actually left the conversation because she felt so embarrassed by what was happening. And I also think too, I think this for both Rebecca and Monica, that they both really want to take care of like Monica in a way. And not that Monica needs anybody to like take care of her. She's very like serious, very independent, very like strong-willed. So I don't think that she needs anybody to take care of her. But I think that just kind of like how friends are, like we just want to protect each other and take care of each other. And so I think that like that's the same for Bianca. She wants to protect Monica and like protect their friendship. She cares a lot about her. I think that Monica is probably really closer like to Bianca than Rebecca might be. And so I can picture this being like really difficult for Bianca. And then for Rebecca, I think that Rebecca really obviously cares about Monica too, and wants and like loves her and like wants to be able to show that affection and share it with Bianca because like they're all so close. So I think that Rebecca is like, you're my friend and I want to share like this partner that I love and that I know you love them too. So like how great would that be for us to like move forward in that way? And it's just not there yet. So I'm sure that like Rebecca's feeling quite hurt by what's happened, which is understandable. And I think Bianca is too. Like everybody's feeling a sense of hurt right now. We're like all not talking to each other right now, which is really uncomfortable for me. I'm like, usually they're not quiet, right? Like they're always kind of chit-chatting with each other. So like this is really awkward right now that they're just like all passing by and not saying a whole lot. It's like, ooh, that's so awkward. I feel that tension. I do. They're just not saying anything to each other. Yikes. I don't even know if Monica would like open the newspaper today. Like I don't picture that she would because they've all been kind of fighting. So I don't even picture that she would be like, guys, want to do something? She'd be a little bit hesitant about that. And I really want today for Bianca to hang out with Leon. So we'll definitely do that too. Also, I totally forgot to ask this as well, and I don't want you to think that I'm not curious. Like, how are you guys playing your games? Like, do you play rotationally? Do you play like linearly? Like, how do you approach your gameplay? Like, is it different? Or if you do play, like, are you like really strict with your gameplay? Or like I'm saying strict, like that's a bad thing. I'm not. I don't mean it like that. I mean it like, do you, because again, I have a huge Excel spreadsheet for my rotational gameplay for The Sims 4. So like, do you play like that level of like detail, or do you play like more casually with your rotational gameplay? How do you approach kind of like the changes that you make, or if you're bored, like how you switch it up? Tell me. I'm so curious. Like, I'd love to hear how other folks are kind of like engaging with their gameplay. Okay, so for this one, we have discuss complex logical problems. Give us, we're going to give her a snack. We're going to give her some pancakes in a second. So I feel like she would discuss a logical problem right off the bat early in the morning. I know that Monica just gave like a logical problem. I feel like Monica might be like trying to get Bianca and Rebecca to like talk to each other again. And she's doing that by, oh, what's the word I want to use? She's like doing that by like being like, here's this logical problem, like you guys could solve it. And she's like trying to be like sneaky about it, but it's obviously not going well. They're like not picking up on her trying to be sneaky about it. Okay, so I feel like she would just tell an inside joke. Just try to like keep it casual. Bianca's always joking around, so just try to keep it like, because for some reason it's really interesting. Bianca seems really upset with Rebecca, which I think is actually like really interesting because Monica and Rebecca are in a like relationship together. So like, why would you be upset with one person versus like another person? But I don't like all of her character together cards were like very focused on Rebecca. And so I was like, that's really interesting. And I've been trying to think through why that might be. And again, it might be like the protective factor. Maybe Bianca's known Monica for like longer, like all their friendships started together. And again, I think they're also really aligned together. Like I feel like they would probably be a little bit closer. So I wonder if that might be the reason, but curious to hear your thoughts, why that might be happening. Okay, so I didn't do this while Monica was cooking, but usually I do. I think that Monica likes to think about her day when she's cooking. So, attempt to flirt with some girl. You should only be flirting with one person. What do you mean? Maybe I love this one for her, but I feel like right now she might not be like in a flirty mood. So I feel like she would actually like hope that, I think Monica likes to bring people together through food, which is fair. And like, that's my favorite way to be brought together is with food. So I feel like she would be like, oh, I really want Rebecca and Bianca to eat my food today. Like, I really hope that they do, and that helps them feel better. Like, I feel like that would be so cute. So Bianca doesn't have to work today. And so my hope is that she can like find something to do to hang out with Leon. So like right now, I'm going to say that Bianca is going to look at the newspaper. So free yoga class today at the industrial district. The town is hosting a Sunday market. Oh, maybe she'll go to the Sunday market. That would be so cute if they go together. Yeah, let's do that. I love that idea. Okay, I'm going to invite Leon. I do have a mod in my game that lets me invite Leon to like the current lot, which is really helpful. If you've played Paras, you know, like you can usually only invite them to your home lot, but like if you're out and about, like you just want to invite them to the location that you're at. Issue is that I don't have the other mod installed where it like lets you see the little faces of each para. So I actually have to be physically on the lookout for Leon when he does pop up. Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't ditch her. I hope he doesn't ditch her. Wait, you don't think he would do that, right? He said that he'll be here soon. We know he's gonna ditch her. No, Leon, be so for real. Oh my God, he just like never showed up, guys. I don't think he ever showed up. Like I don't see him anywhere. That's not him. Oh my God, he never showed up. Oh my God. Yeah, purchase yourself an ice cream. Girl, get a triple scoop. I can't believe you didn't show. That would have been so cute for us to talk. But honestly, we might have to switch households at this point because I'm like, I've been doing my digging on Leon. And I'm going to tell you my observations. I want to dive more into him and like his experience of the world and stuff. But I'm like, oh, like this kind of checks with what I've been seeing of Leon is like, he's very much like a bachelor, which is fine. Like, that's okay. I just think that, like, I don't know if he's communicating that with Bianca. Like, Bianca might be like searching for more than she's getting from him and like feeling more strongly towards him than he feels for her. So that makes me anxious. Like, he did that. She got her ice cream, which is good. I think that she really earned that. We're going to take the bus and head back home. Wait, he's at her house? Huh? Wait. Okay, maybe this is about to get really cute. He's at her house? Maybe he came to like apologize. Maybe something else came up. That was crazy, whatever glitch that was. Okay. I feel like Bianca might be like a little standoffish of just like, where were you? Like you said that you were going to be at the town center. What happened? I feel like she would just be a little awkward. Even like their conversation bar is honestly going up pretty slow. Ooh, she's going to ask about his day. Be like, hey, where were you? Like, what were you doing today? And maybe like that's how Bianca is too. Like she is going to create space for understanding. And I think, oh yeah, you know what? She's going to create space for understanding of like where Leon was. And I think even though she doesn't have that space right now for like Rebecca, and I think that's going to come back around and she's going to open up that space again. I think that she's less hurt by like Leon not showing up for one day than she is from like her friends, like kind of dating each other kind of behind her back, I guess, even though it's not really behind her back. But I think that it's easier to like forgive this sometimes than it is to like to forgive something that feels so deep and so like so internal to your character. Like if you have lifetime friends, like I'm sure that's a similar experience, like the closeness that I know I share with my closest friends. It's that deep, right? Like if it's hurt, it's like really intense hurt. And I am way easier at forgiving something else I am for that. And so that's kind of, I picture what Bianca's going through. So she's going to ask about his day. And like, it sounds like she's open and she doesn't want to like fight him, which is good. That's great. And I think that's going to really help her character come back around. Okay. So maybe he had a good reason. Like maybe he was gone for the day because of something that was really important or intense, or he had to like help somebody or do something. Like maybe that's the story for Leon yesterday, for where he was. I'm going to have her go to bed. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to have us switch households. I'm going to have us rotate and start playing as the character Leon for a little bit. So back to rotational gameplay for a second. I just wanted to save it real quick. So something that I think is the reason I think that Paralives is kind of built with rotational gameplay in mind is because if I zoom out, it is actually really easy to switch between households. And I think like that right there makes it like, oh my gosh, this is a whole world. And I wanted to talk about something too. I want to talk about one comment I received that was like, oh, I really love their space. It's really cute. And I was like, oh, well, thank you so much. First off, thank you so much for commenting. That's really, really sweet. I always say that time is the best gift that you can give. So anytime that anybody ever comments on any video I've ever created, I'm just grateful, like so thankful. So one of the comments I received is that they loved this space. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. But I really can't take the credit for that. The developers did this. The Paralive developers made this space feel lived in and loved and feel unique to the individuals that live here. And isn't that so cool? Like, and that's the way that I think that's where rotational gameplay kind of starts. It starts with this like, how can I make this space look so much like my characters or feel so much like their home that they go to? I think that sometimes simulation games, at least in my experience, I used to play where like I didn't really decorate the house ever for some reason. I would just like get into the house and like start playing right away. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, like I really need to make this house feel like these characters. And it doesn't have to be complicated either. Like it's not overly cluttered. There's definitely some clutter in this space, but the uniqueness is in things like the paintings on the walls, the like extra kind of spooky stuff in this room, the little like moments of black and green. And in this room, it's a combination. It's got the blues and the pinks. And it's just like, and even the dressers are like pink and blue. And then it has like a mixture of all of them coming together in this one space. It's just very well thought out and feels so great. And I think Paralives is really unique in that way, where like every space that you go into that the developers created, so like every character's home is going to be unique to them. And that's like so beautiful. I don't know, like I just really appreciate that very much. And I appreciate that like the zoom out feature makes it really easy for you to kind of like switch between households. Liam lives over here in the Reed household. And what's really great about Paralives is like you can quite literally just click on these houses and immediately just switch to this household. It's not overly complicated, and it does it like that quick. Like look how fast that was. I'm going to have him head home, and the mystery's going to be like, what was he trying to do today? I mean, like he has the goal here of level up a fitness skill. Like did something happen? I don't know. And that's up for us to kind of figure out. So I'm going to like play as Leon for a little bit. And I'm going to show you kind of like what I do when I'm first doing a rotational gameplay. So like, I obviously didn't create the character Leon, but there's some things that I do, whether I create the character or I don't create the character. So I didn't create Leon, but what I first did when I started playing as Leon the character is, of course, like you can go, like I went in here and I checked to see like, what are his social perks? Like, what is his vibe? What's his talent and lifestyle? Just trying to get a take of like who Leon is. He's a vegetarian. He has normal sleeping habits, and he's also neat. I wanted to see who he knew too, besides Bianca. And he actually knows a lot of people, and some people are like his coworkers, like Jason's his coworker. And then, I didn't mean to do that. And then I noticed too that he also knew this woman named Amelia. I might be mispronouncing this. I'm so sorry. There's an accent on the E. And if I am, like, please feel free to correct me. I'm so sorry if I am. I'm going to say Amelia. And he was already friends with Amelia. And I know I have two romantic interests there. I think that Leon does have a little crush on Amelia. But from what I can tell, she doesn't buy into it. I think that she thinks that like Leon is cute, but like she doesn't think of him that way, from what I can tell. But I noticed that he was friends with her right away, which is interesting. Like that's intriguing. And I want to know more. I want to build at that relationship. So something that like the Paralives team already did for the rotational gameplay is they established relationships. But I saw that he knew this woman. I was like, oh, he knows Amelia. Okay, they're friends. They're not just acquaintances. I was like, where would he know her from? And I thought that that was really intriguing. He's since met other folks. He's met Rose, Sophia, and Haven. And then I also go through and I check like their job. He's obviously ranked up a little bit, but he's always worked at the gym. He's a trainer. And then I go through and I'll look at their skills. So this is great because in Paralives, they've already established some skill sets for these characters. They've already maybe given them a job. They've given them relationships. So they've really given us like a lot more groundwork. And I think that the way they created it was so that like it helps us kind of like they'll start the story and then we get the opportunity to like continue it. And I love that so much. It like makes it so much easier than having to kind of think of it all yourself. I think in The Sims, I would like randomize all of the skills, and then some folks would get skill sets that I was like, oh, that doesn't make any sense for that character I was envisioning. So I love this because it's like, oh, that like makes sense, that he has these little characteristics that make him unique. The next thing I'll do when I'm telling rotational gameplay is I will go around the house and kind of see like what's the vibe of this person. And in this case, Obviously this house has been pre-designed, but if it's not designed, like if you're designing your own house, I don't have a lot of advice because I'm not a builder. I'm not a builder. I can decorate, but I'm not a builder. I commend anybody who builds. So I'll go through the house and like first, if it's a character that I have not played before or that like isn't a character that I personally have created, I'll go around the house and I'll try to see what their house looks like. What kind of space do they have? Is it like a bachelor pad, which this one definitely is a bachelor pad? Like, do they have anything that shows hobbies? And in this case, he's got some like workout equipment. And then I'll also see like, okay, like he has a lot of chairs here, which I think is interesting. So I'll go around the room and I'll just kind of like try to pinpoint certain characteristics. The reason I think that's interesting, he has a lot of chairs here, is because he lives alone. So does this signify that he wants to not live alone, or does it signify that he wants a lot of friends, that he wants to be surrounded by people? Because I think it's really interesting. I think when I think of like, it just depends on the person, right? But I feel like it's very, it's inviting me to ask questions about why does he have a table like that? The next thing I see is obviously more exercise equipment, but I also see like a really big plant. Like if that's a real plant, that probably took forever to grow. Forever, like so much time and dedication and like love and care, especially if it looks that green, like phenomenal work. So he obviously like really cares about things. I think that there's a lot of depth here for him. He wants either more people to be around. He doesn't want to live alone forever, or he really like nurtures things too. And then, and then he's got a big picture of like the city. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like, did he used to like live in a city and this like reminds him of home, or what does that mean? Like, does he picture going to a city one day? Is that where he met Amelia? So I just like to ask myself questions to kind of build out a story. The other thing I clocked about this setting that I was like, ooh, what does that mean? Like, this really interested me. I see this like little upgrade part here, and it looks like a hard drive, like not a hard drive, a motherboard, actually. This looks exactly like a motherboard. And I'm like, was he trying to like update his computer? Does he like gaming like too? Or like, does he like to like learn about technology or repair things? Like what does this mean? Also, let me know like in the comments too. I'm really curious about this. So how do you try to make like the environment feel like your character? Do you do anything to like get back into the mode of like that character? I'm just kind of curious like what your experience is. And I wanted to point this out too. Speaking of comments, someone else made a really a very lovely comment in my most recent video. So I'll post the comment here, but they had said that they felt too that Rebecca had developed like a crush on Monica and like felt very similarly that they were kind of like meant to be together. It made them realize how nuanced the different pairs' personalities are, as they're all different from each other. And like, I absolutely love that. And I 1,000,000% agree, because yes, like they all have little nuances. So something else that I do when I'm like first playing rotational gameplay, especially with a character that I don't know or maybe like can't fully connect with just yet, I will like literally just watch them for like the first like week, just trying to see like, well, oh, that was interesting, or oh, that's kind of bizarre. Like, why would they do that? And or like, that's really just intriguing to me about this scenario. And one thing that happened with Leon almost right away is that I noticed that he can fill his like together card bar really quickly with women. And then I tried to have the same communication style with Jason, who's one of his coworkers, and when I tell you that it took like 3 hours for them to get, like 3 hours in the game, not in real life, but 3 hours in the game for them to get a together card like that said friend. I was like, wow, that is so intriguing to me that took so long for them to get that card. But like, it was like within 3 minutes of meeting somebody already, he has a friend card with someone that he doesn't work with and hasn't known. And I thought that was just really intriguing for like his character. Editing D here. Originally, I had played through a full day as Leon, and I'll be honest, it was relatively boring. And I was even bored kind of editing it, to be honest. And so what I did was I just skipped to the next day, which had a lot more interactions with other paras, and we were able to talk about a little bit more on the topic for today. And so this is me just kind of talking through where I ended on that previous day and trying to get us back on track to where to go for the next day. That's it. So back to the video. And part of like for Leon too, something that I try to do is I try to get him to go to like every gym related thing or like yoga related thing for his story, because I feel like he would try to attend like all of the athletic events. I feel like he really likes that and has dedicated a lot of his like time and energy to fitness. So I feel like that makes sense for him. Let's do bonuses then this time. Any plans tomorrow? Ooh, let's do that, because that like automatically puts up a lot of the, I know I said like in the last video that for the wants, I don't want to become the ultimate taskmaster, so I don't do wants where like it has so many wants. But for this circumstance, I'll do a different route for this circumstance, because in this circumstance, I'm like, well, it's for him. It's for Leon. It's for him planning out his day tomorrow, and he wants to accomplish it all. He just might not. Oh my God, the first thing he wants to do is flirt with. It doesn't say with who. He wants to become friends with. Aw. He wants to clean something, and he wants to level up his fitness. This is actually perfect for Leon, because this like past day was not that intriguing. Like he didn't do as much stuff as I kind of like was hoping he would. So it really, really fits with like his character. Yeah, that fits so perfectly. That's exactly what I thought. I thought like, oh, he definitely wants to like chat with people and like talk more with people, because like today didn't go exactly like how I thought it would. Unfortunately, it went like he wasn't really chatting with anybody, and I want more of him to like have more social interaction. So this is actually perfect. This is perfect. Wait, oh no. So I messed up. So I saved it and I just took a break for a second. But when I came back, all of the wants were gone. So that makes me sad, but that's okay. I think even without the wants, like things are just meant to be the way they're meant to be. So we'll still have Leon have like a fairly busy day. Okay, so today he did want to flirt with somebody, and the last time his relationship that increased, or his like relationship that he wanted to interact with, was specifically with Amelia. So I think that if he's going to hang out with anybody, it might be Amelia. Maybe there's something going on at the gym today that he can like invite Amelia to, and that might be helpful or good, right? And I know that it's not Bianca, but I'm trying to flow with like what the character, I guess, would want. And based on like his previous card, which was that he wanted to have like more of a romantic interaction with Bianca. Oh, sorry, not Bianca, with Amelia. I think that it makes sense for him to like seek that out and build on that relationship. And I have had him like teeter back and forth between having having that card with Bianca and then also having that card with Amelia too. So it seems like, and I also, this was another discovery that I had of like Leon's character. I found that anytime that he had interacted with somebody, he immediately wanted to flirt with them after his interaction, which I think is really funny. So today I'm gonna have him do maybe like use all of his energy surplus, right? Like he's gonna have to use a lot of his energy in order to do all of the activities that he had originally planned for the day. So I imagine that will take up most of his day. But yeah, I am curious how he met Amelia, because like as far as I know from what reading I've done on Amelia, I think that she is an environmentalist. So like, was he into environmentalism? Did he meet her somewhere else? Did he meet her at the gym? Like kind of just curious about her story. So after we play with like Leon today, I think what we'll do is we'll venture over to Amelia's place. I haven't actually been at Amelia's place yet. So I'll just kind of like take you through how I would interact with Amelia if it's the first time I'm ever playing with this character. So then you can get to see that too. Okay, he's off to work. Perfect timing. We'll have him go to like the community center after work. Maybe he'll go home first and just like take care of some needs, and then he'll invite Amelia to his place and then see if she wants to go to the community center to like do yoga. Okay, instead of going home, I'm gonna have him visit this restaurant. He does go here occasionally to grab a bite to eat, like after work. At least that's what I've kind of had as a tradition for him, is to go here and like get a bite to eat. Everything's still broken. Things were a little messy the last time that we were here. I think that the sandwich was actually his. That's really funny. I'll have him throw away the food. Just doing some like good Samaritan stuff. What would he want after a day of work? Maybe we'll do... Banana muffin sounds so good. I'll have him do a banana muffin. There's a plate that's like glitched out here that I cannot fix, and those water sounds I think are coming from a toilet. Yeah. She's hiding in the bathroom. She's like, I'm not gonna fix that. I don't blame her. And he knows like the staff here too. So like he's had like pretty good conversations with some of like the staff members here. So I think like that's also kind of cute too. So he'll probably like talk a little bit with Haven as well and kind of like catch up with her. Oh no, she looks really uncomfortable. I wish there was a way I could like delete. Actually, theory forming. Okay, if I go like this, and I'm really delicate. Nope. Okay, just kidding. My theory didn't work out. I was like, oh, there's got to be a way to get rid of this like floating plate. And it's like that floating plate is now like the mascot of this restaurant. So they're chatting. Oh, they're kind of catching up. It's probably been like a few days since he's actually stopped in here. Oh my God. That's really funny to like ask if they're single right away. Absolutely. Wait, he can do this without like a percentage chance of whether or not it's going to be successful? What? I feel like he would do that. I also picture him being quite bold. Or like even misunderstood potentially, where like he's just like saying stuff and it's considered flirty, but maybe he doesn't mean it that way. I don't know, but I do think that he would do this. Yeah. I mean, but she's uncomfortable, and I also feel like he could read that too. If he could read her discomfort, I think he's more self-aware than that. I'm going to say he's going to tell 3 jokes in a row, try to cheer her up because it looks like she's stressed right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, why don't we ask about Vibe? How is she doing right now? She's a jester. Okay, so she's a joker. So the energetic like kind of joke was good. Like he read that really well, right? Like he recognized that she likes to joke around. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Talk about the broken toilet situation. I think might be good because it's really quite loud and obvious. He's probably like, yeah, how's that broken toilet going? Is it still broken? It was broken a few days ago. Okay, so he just asked her about like the toilet and stuff. Maybe it makes sense for him to like ask about like talent, because like I'm sure that maybe repair is her talent. Oh, her talent's art. Okay, so she doesn't want to work at this probably at this bakery forever, or maybe she does. She really loves it and she just likes art as her hobby. Oh, see, okay, this is what I mean. He like builds up friendships really fast with women. Like, I don't know why I feel like that's fast. Maybe it's just in my head, but I still feel like that was so quick. Okay. Well, we'll just like leave it at that. You know, we talked about stuff, caught up, and that was nice. I feel like she doesn't feel that much better, but that's okay. I'm sure that she appreciated the chat for how everything's going. Oh, never mind. She looks so mad right now. All right, I'm going to have him run back home to his place. And then once he's done with that, we'll have him call Amelia. We'll have him call Amelia and see if she's available to come over. Because then if she is, then we can go to the yoga together. Oh my God, she's not working. Okay, perfect. Wait, where's Amelia? Did she ditch? Like, oh my gosh, no way. That would be wild if like he didn't show up. Wow, that would be wild if like he didn't show up to hang out with Bianca and then Amelia didn't show up to hang out with him. Well, I think what I'm going to have him do is go to the yoga retreat, I guess, or yoga retreat. Yep, it's a whole retreat. Go to the yoga by himself. Maybe he would like text her and say like, hey, I'm headed out there. Like, I'll meet you there, you know, kind of just try to see if she's on her way. Ugh, love triangles, right? All right, well, he made it to the yoga retreat. We can have him go over here and do some yoga. Well, then that means that we obviously have to play as Amelia to figure out what is going on here. Like, why didn't she show up either? Not that that's always like the drawing point to me, like doing another like rotation. Sometimes I'll do rotation every week. Sometimes I'll do it every few days. I think that what's nice about rotational gameplay is that like I'm trying to make it as flexible as I can, trying to find different reasons for deciding that, oh, it's time to switch up gears and like play a different para. I don't know if he would necessarily strike up a conversation, but I feel like I'm envisioning like other paras wanting to strike up a conversation with him, I guess, more so. So I'm going to click on her to talk. She's so cute. I'm going to click on her to like talk to him, but I feel like she would have been the one to like talk to him, I guess, is my thought process. I'm going to have him. Oh, wow. He can literally just say you'd rather be alone, which I actually think is quite fitting for him. Just being like, I'm not interested in like talking to anybody right now. But I feel like I don't picture him being, this is going to be hard for me. I am going to have to like eventually picture folks being like rude sometimes. Right. Maybe actually I take it back. I feel like he might be rude right now just because I feel like he'd be like kind of upset that Amelia never showed up, like never showed up to the yoga, never showed up to his house. I feel like he would actually maybe be upset and be like, thank you so much for like trying to talk to me right now, but I feel like I really need to be alone. I feel like he would be maybe honest with that and wouldn't try to like introduce himself or kind of fake that. So that talking didn't stop. Sometimes the talking stops when you do that, but it didn't. That's super peculiar. So she like kept talking to him. 2 out of the 3 interaction cards really tell me that he doesn't really want to engage in this conversation. So maybe he would try to be like subtle about it, like find a reason to leave the conversation. Okay, that worked that time. So what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to have him, all right, I'm going to have him run back home and then we'll have him just kind of like settle in. It looks like he's getting kind of tired. He has used a lot of his energy surplus. He didn't really accomplish like flirting with a lot of people, but he did talk to 2 people today. I'm going to have him go to bed because he's exhausted right now. So that'll be good for him. I didn't have him have a full night of sleep the other time, so this will be good. Let's see. So last time we did bonus cards, we did impact relationships and grant temporary buffs. Let's do a temporary buff. I feel like that's great. You worked hard and it was noticed. We can do an upgrade point after finishing work or school today. You feel the call to romance. Ooh, he did have like a flirty. He had like 2 flirty options pretty recently. So I think the call to romance makes sense for him. Yeah. Okay. We'll speed it along. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find Amelia's place and we're going to go over there. This is her home. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever played with this many pairs before. I'm literally so excited. Their house looks beautiful too. Okay. And when I first starting, sometimes I don't have like an exact idea of what their traditions are going to be or anything like that. I'm just trying to like understand them a little bit more. Oh my gosh. They look so cute. I love like this outfit and this outfit. Like they're so cool. I love them. All right. Excellent. So it looks like, oh no, she looks so angry. Okay, so this is Amelia, and then this is Marvin. We have Marvin, Amelia, Jada, Dana. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Dana, I think. Tina. Aw, they're so cute. Okay. Let's scope them out. Okay, so this is like the research portion. So we have Marvin, who's very creative and charismatic. Aw, but he's very serious. Interesting. His lifestyle is normal, his cleaning habits normal. He really likes art and he's really good at taking care of others. Oh, we know someone like that. How does that fit with, is he married to Amelia? How do I see, socially speaking, who is Amelia to him? Oh, that's his exclusive. Oh, that's his spouse. Interesting. That's his spouse. Okay. They must be newly married then in that case, because they only have a level 1. I'm noticing like they only have a level 1 for spouse, exclusive partner, and lover. So that means that they must not have been together that long. Then again, though, it looks like they might have a lot of kids. So who's Jada? Jada is their child. Oh, I wonder if they got like married later in life. Like maybe they had children, life is lifing and it doesn't always happen in like this, a linear order, right? So I wonder if they ended up having children and then they got married later on in life and their children were like not a little bit more grown. This I think is a fully grown adult. Oh my God, this is all their kids. I love that. I love that. That's so cute. Okay, and then who's Dario? Dario's a stranger. He doesn't know him. Okay. That gives me some perspective on like everybody's relationships. Okay. I love that. I love like a family with like different like generations, like older sisters, younger sisters. Like that's so cute. No active life goals right now. Job. So he's a manager at a clothing store. Okay. You're such a promising hire. Ooh, good for him. And he likes art. And his next favorite thing is technology. Okay. So this is what I usually do is I'll go through like each individual. And then we have Amelia, whose mind is really quite high. Wow. I'm not saying like, wow, like surprising. I just don't think I've had a para with like this high of like a mind level, I don't believe. And so that's like really cool because that's like a whole other, like a new gameplay dynamic I'm getting to work with. And so that's why I'm like, this is so cool. I think something that rotational gameplay allows is for you to play every story. And I like that a lot because I know like for The Sims, for example, we buy a lot of expansion packs or if you can, right? Like I know for me, I've bought expansion packs over the years. I don't have all of them. I don't really want all of them. The ones I do have though, I want to like play the game fully. And like to do that, rotational gameplay is a great way for me to play all of the characters that I have and to explore new realms. And so mind is the one that I actually haven't had a character with like this high of a like mind before. Okay. She's energetic. I love that. And she's also good at taking care of, oh, they're so cute. They're good at taking care of others. And she's a jack of all trades. Oh my gosh. So she's got like a multifaceted skill set. That's so cool. She's also a vegetarian. Interesting, but she's sloppy. Oh, that's also a new gameplay. I haven't played with somebody who's sloppy. So she doesn't really like to clean and he's like normal levels of those. Okay. So fun. What is her job? I knew it. I was like, she's an environmental researcher. And then we have Jada. So Jada is their eldest daughter, it looks like. She's really, like her dad, she's really creative and charismatic. And she's also energetic and she's good at making friends. So like, that's so cute. So like it's like a little combination. She's like a little bit like her mom, a little bit like her dad. And she loves art. Oh, that's so cute. She's also vegetarian like her mom. So see what I mean? Like that's just so thoughtful. Like the developers were so thoughtful of like making these characters feel so full. I love that. Okay. Is she like close with a particular sister? So it just says sibling. Oh my God, are they not even that close? Oh, she's friends with Bianca. Interesting. That could make us like go back to playing Bianca again. They're acquaintances, but they're also friends. Oh my God, that makes sense. Bianca actually did like an art piece for Jada, like at the beginning of my playthrough with them. That's so cool. So like also too with like rotational gameplay, I feel like I'm like, you don't have to play everything. You don't have to play every character. I think that the way I like to play is that I like to see the connections. So like right now I'm seeing that Jada has a connection with Bianca, which ties her back to Bianca. And so like then I can rotate back to Bianca, Monica, and Rebecca, and then I can move back to Leon, or I can move back to Jada, and I can kind of like go back and forth between these three households if I wanted to. And then like as they meet more individuals and kind of build those connections, maybe what I'll do is I'll establish another household that I'll go to. And so for me, it's just kind of trying to build out like that community, and building out that community makes it a lot more fun to play this game because you're like feeling like, oh, I know these characters. I know what their reactions would be. And I know why they're acting the way that they are. Like it starts to feel like a connection for me. And I really love that. All right. We were at Jada right now, just kind of seeing who she knows. Does she have a job? Oh, she's a store clerk. Oh, she works with her dad. She's a store clerk at the same store that he's a manager at. That's really cute. And you can tell that they both love like fashion. Like their clothes are so fashionable, I feel like. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can tell. And everyone's clothes here are fashionable, but I feel like these are like above and beyond. Like you'll see them from afar. Like it's beautiful. Oh, how fun. And she gains 1 random one at the end of the workday. If sad is their main emotion. Oh, is she like sad sometimes? Let me see. No, she's got a vibe of energetic. Interesting choice. I wonder if she's felt sad previously or something must have happened because like she doesn't have the default there's like a default vibe that it makes you sad and it's like you're gloomy, I guess. And so that's interesting that her perk would be about sadness. I don't know if I paid attention to everyone else's. Finish 1 hour early, no impact on salary. Okay. So Amelia likes her job, but she also is like willing to go home early. She's got a good work-life balance, it sounds like. So then we have Dana. So she's gloomy. Okay, so she's sad. She's good at taking care of others. Oh, like both of her parents. That's cute. And she's a foodie. Okay. And she has high charisma. So she's good at like talking to folks. Lovely. And then what's her life stage, actually? So her current life stage, so she's a teen. Okay. And she's a student. Okay, so she's a C student. Good for her. That's great. Okay. Love that. Oh, I haven't been looking at the skills. Oh, good. She already like knows how to like cook and stuff. I love that. Okay, what are their skills? Art and technology, much like her dad. Okay. And music. Oh, Amelia likes music. That's cool. That's really interesting because her job is in science. And if I remember, oh, she's a jack of all trades, right? So she's multifaceted. Okay. And then next we have our cute little Tina. I realize I haven't been like showing their faces. I've just been like off in my own little corner here. But this is Tina. God, she's so cute. Oh, I want to take a picture of her. Gosh, she's adorable. Tina's vibe is overjoyed. Oh, I haven't had a pair with that vibe yet. She's also creative and she has a high mind too, like her mom and her dad. So she's like a little combination of both of them. She's good at cooperating. Interesting. I wonder if she's like had to play like the middle child situation. I've heard, I don't actually know, I'm not a middle child, but I have heard that like you end up having to be like the mediator of the group sometimes. And then she likes music, like her mom, normal, and she has a neat habit. Oh, I haven't been looking at everybody's habits. Dana doesn't have those habits yet. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so like what's her job then? Oh, she's a waiter at the Italian restaurant. Oh my gosh, wait, does she know Monica? No, she doesn't. That's interesting. I wonder if they'll like meet at some point because Monica is also like a cook at a restaurant. So I wonder if like at some point they'll connect. That would be kind of fun. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into their house and kind of see what I can observe in their home. So it looks like they have the ladder out here. I'm going to start with the outside first. Okay. Oh, they've got like a little patch here. Like they want a garden at some point. They have a grill, 3 chairs. Okay. Okay. Got a bathroom down here. How fun. I love the tiles. Those are really cute. That's like a really cute pattern. Okay. So it's like a half bath. They have a very like sizable kitchen, like a very nice kitchen. I really like the openness of their living space. Like you can tell that there's a lot of like very fashionable individuals living here because like this is a really fun combination of like colors and vibes. Like you can tell it's really each room is kind of unique for what it like I see over here, this like red like area room. Like that's so cool. And then these like red chairs is like highlights with the accents of black. Like that's just really fun. I really love like this like wallpaper back here too. Okay, they love to read. I'm getting that. And they love music. I can see they have an old record player here. They got a guitar here. They even have some records. I love that. Okay, and I just want to remember who loves music so I can like connect that to them. Like, is that their guitar? Jack of all trades. Yes, I remember that I think she likes music. Yep. Yes, and Tina likes music. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so maybe they like play music together. Like that would be really cute, wouldn't it? I kind of want to like get them like a piano or something, and then they could like play. Oh wait. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. They have a piano. Ah, okay. I picture them like playing music together. Oh, okay. And then this is like an art room. Okay. Like a little like a family computer. Maybe this is where Marvin does some art. I'm trying to remember if there was any. Oh yeah, maybe Jada does art here too. Okay. Tina also likes fitness. I think like that's an important uniqueness. Oh, they have a basement. Okay, let's go. Let's go to their basement first. This also gives me a vibe too that they love movies. Like I wonder if they like watch movies together as like a family. How cute would that be? Like that's the vibe I'm getting, that like they spend a lot of time together, that they're a really like close-knit family is what I gather from this space. There's a lot of room for like communal together time, and then that's really great. And they also have that same picture of the city skyline, the same one that's in maybe Leon and Amelia are from the same place. Ooh, this room is beautiful. Ooh, this is like a nice little touch, like with some roller skating. Oh my gosh, I would love to be able to roller skate in Paralives. And then Suitcases too in this room like says that they travel a lot as well. So this one I feel like is definitely the master bedroom. And there's that city again. Okay, so maybe the whole family is from there. Tina and Dana might be the exact opposite. So I feel like Tina would like be here and Dana would be here. So Tina likes music and fitness, and it's right next to the treadmill. So that checks. And there's also like, no, but there's like a lot of these like cute little pink emblems. And I know that like she seems like she's overjoyed, like what likes pink. Like I'm not that overjoyed and pink go hand in hand, but she's wearing pink too. So I feel like that might be her favorite color. And then like the black clothes with like the ripped jeans and the spiky like shoes, like that definitely looks like that's going to be Dana's room downstairs. Like this looks like Dana's bed. I wonder if Tina just turned into an adult pretty recently. That's my guess, is that she is actually the middle child, because she's still sharing a room with her teen sister. So I feel like Tina probably just aged up to a young adult pretty recently. And so that's why she's still sharing a room with her sister. Now from here, what I usually do is I'll usually do some gameplay, but I'm going to get them settled. Now that I've seen their house, I think I can actually pick an upgrade for Amelia. I feel like she would be most concerned with like her family and making sure that they spend time together. And it doesn't seem like this is fully necessary. Like, I understand it's this free money, which is great, but I feel like she would be more concerned with like upgrading her job rank and just like maybe learning a skill to kind of help her household more. I do see that they have this this ladder here, and they also have a ladder downstairs. So I like to think that they do like DIY work and update their house manually like themselves. So I feel like this repair knowledge would be good because it applies back to the house, which is where their home is, and it's where she cares about her family and where they exist in the world. So I feel like she would pick workplace handy person. She also has another upgrade. I think in this case, I'm going to rank her job up too. So we're going to play as Amelia a little bit first. So she's happy. Let's see what she wants to do. Use the computer to learn something. Okay. And so she wants to be on the computer and learn something. Let's have her learn. Because we just said that she wanted to learn more about like repair stuff, but she also really likes science too. Let's see. Let's keep on that track and have her learn some repair knowledge. Maybe they're trying to like renovate a certain part of their house. So that I think would require some repair. Oh, she's learning it. That's cute. Wait, Dana goes to school when oh, it's 6:26 a.m. I thought it was p.m. I thought we were ending the day. That's really funny, actually. Okay. Well, that's okay. What I'm going to do is we're going to end it here, watching Tina play the piano. And I just want to say thank you all so much for watching the video. And what are your thoughts? Like, how do you play your rotational gameplay? What do you like about rotational gameplay if you do play it? And if you don't, like, why don't you? I'm really curious. Please, like, let me know. And yeah, from there, we'll leave it off here. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. As usual, keep it simple. Bye.